Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 2020 Alabama State Pinball Championships, brought to you by the fine folks at Alabama Pinball, which is, well, basically just me. My name is Alex Huffman, and today I'll be taking you through the final round consisting of Timothy Street, Addison Mount, Braden Gentry, and Ellis Mounts. Now, I realize that the screen says January 2nd of 2021, and it is now, July, over halfway through July. So it is not lost on me that this was recorded over 6 months ago, almost 7 months at this point. And, well, sometimes life gets in the way, but Tim just had his first ball, and that will be the norm here for Old Chicago. It will chew you up and spit you out. Not really a whole lot to do in this game. Really, the point of the game is to build your bonus through the upper lanes, which we see Addison miss. If you hit the lit lane, you get, I believe, 3,000, and you also get bonus for that. You can see the sort of non-Italian, non-standard layout for the flippers, which is really the main thing in the game that's the most challenging. But you want to build your bonus by hitting spinners and other targets around the playfield, and then shooting the center just below the 10 pop bumper in the middle of the playfield. If you shoot that center target there, it will collect your bonus. And you'll see that a lot, those straight down the middle drains. You also have to look out quite frequently for the off the pop bumper down in the bottom third of the playfield there, straight into those oddly placed out lanes. And here we have Braden. Braden is one of our players from Auburn. Actually, 3 of the 4 players, including Braden, Addison, and Ellis, are all from Auburn. They like to come up to Birmingham and take all of our tournament money and all of our trophies and scurry on back down to Auburn, but we always love having them around, so it's quite okay. There's Braden. Actually gets a nice little collect off the pop bumper there. And those flippers are pretty good on this. Normally, with an EM you see some sponginess. These were pretty snappy, if I remember from that day. It has been about 6 months since I played this, but you see he gets an outlane there, only 3,000 in bonus, but he's got a comfortable lead with just over 17,000 after the first ball. And this is a 5-ball game, so just something to keep in mind as we go through here. A lot of times if the EMs, you see Addison shaking his head there because he didn't get the collect on the saucer up top, which it is an important thing because that really sets you up for your ball and gives you something to collect when you hit that center shot like he just did. So he's only collecting 2,000 at a time now, but those add up the more you can hit that shot, and it is makeable. Oh, he got just absolutely just hosed right there. I mean, he drilled that shot and it rattled out and then just center drained him. So that's just not a whole lot you can do about that. It really stinks for him, but he's got, let's see, that was his first ball. So he's got 4 more balls here as we see Tim Street. Tim Street is a former Alabama State champion. I guess it would be 2 or 3 years ago now at this point. This tournament kind of haunted Tim for a long time. He should have won it on several occasions if he would get his big melon out of the flippers, but he should have won it on several occasions, and actually had several opportunities and just wasn't able to get it done. But he finally was able to get it done, very much well deserved, and I'm sure it will not be his one and only. We actually had for a while there Chris Warren, another one of our players, was winning all the Alabama State tournaments. I think he won 3 in a row. So pretty decent second ball there from Tim. Brings him to first place right now with just over 20,000. As we see Addison popping into the screen here. I like that face mask. This was recorded during the COOF lockdowns, so this is not an IFPA event, but as far as we're concerned, this is the Alabama State Championships for last year, and although it won't be officially recorded, the champion of this absolutely should be very proud of what they've been able to accomplish. Actually, Braden here is our defending champion. He won last year, and I actually had footage of that win, and it disappeared between hard drive swaps, I guess. I don't really know what happened to it, but it ended up getting destroyed somehow. I try to get as much of this on film as I can because, you know, these guys deserve it. It'd be cool. Who knows, maybe 10, 15, 20 years from now, these guys will come back and they'll say, hey, yeah, I won a state championship, or, you know, or whatever. Or they just want to see how they played, or, you know, or maybe they'll review it and try to get better as they progress. And having this video available is a great tool for that. Either to look back for nostalgia purposes, you know, maybe one day they'll say, yeah, it's all on film, or who knows, maybe they'll forget by then. Let's see what Ellis got for us here on his second ball. Ellis is a very talented player. He's one of those guys. Ooh, that was a brick shot there, but you know, he's still got 3 more balls, and he'll bounce back, no problem. Yeah, but Ellis is a very talented player. He's always seems to be in the mix, as does Tim. Tim, like I said, is a former state champion, and you know his terrible feed off of that spinner there, but he's running out of time. I'm sure he would have liked to get a little bit more of that. He actually got 10,000 points out of that ball. That's how important that that lighted skill shot up at the top is. But here's Addison again. Allison again, you know, is a very talented player. There's a reason these guys are in the finals. They've been absolutely killing it all day. I'm going to try to remember what I can surrounding the event and, you know, how everybody was feeling. It's kind of difficult because it was 6 months ago, but I'll do what I can to help everybody kind of remember this momentous event. So some good flipper skills, nice work there from Addison. And what you're trying to do now is just rip the spinner if you can and hit the center collects. There's really not a whole lot to this game, but I kind of like that. I like that it doesn't limit your scoring opportunities like a lot of EMs will do once you've kind of done. Ooh, there's that pop bumper drain I was talking about earlier. Once you kind of do the thing, you know, you have everything lit up, there's no way to continue to score points. I like games like this where even if you have maxed out your bonus, you can always still collect. You can always continue to get points even though you've sort of done the thing you're supposed to do. And there's a nice spinner rip from Braden. You see he picked up a couple lit bonuses there. It spells out Old Chicago, and all that is just your bonus indicator. He picks up another there, so he really wants to start looking for some collects. He's actually got a good score already. That's going to help a lot. He's up over 50,000, well into first place. Got a cushy 20,000 point lead so far, and he's still on his third ball. Just a little bit late on the spinner there, and he's going to pay for it. However, that was a solid ball. That puts him over 60, which is more than double Tim right now. So he is very clearly the first place player at the moment. And these guys, you would think most of the time when they step up to a game like this, they're trying to roll it. They're trying to, at minimum, put up 100,000 points. And I'm fairly certain that Tim has one of these in his basement. But here's Ellis. He gets his skill shot. So that's going to give him some bonus and 3,000 points. It's just a good way to start out your ball. Getting a little bit of side-to-side action. This is where you really have to be careful. It is difficult to stop the ball, but he does a nice job there. Let's see if he takes a spinner shot. He actually went for his bonus collect there. And it looks like the ball was bouncing a little bit after, you know, when he was trying to make that shot. Oh, he's trying to dig it. Yeah. Once it gets in that sucker hole there's really not a whole lot you can do without tilting it out. But let's see, it puts him at 25. He's still in third place. Addison is in fourth right now with 16, and up is Tim in second place with 30. So he's going to get his skill shot as well. You really just kind of have to fling it away with these flippers. I think this game actually would be more fun with the traditional / Italian bottom, but they can't all be like that, and that's what kind of makes it unique. It makes it something different. Not much there for Tim. Another short ball. That does put him at 38,000, so he's about 13,000 over Ellis right now for second place, but he's still trailing by 20,000 to Braden, who has yet to play his fourth ball. So his is Addison, kind of flailing away, just kind of doing some battling. Steve Ritchie says he designs his game so that you have to battle back against the machine, that you're constantly fighting it. I kind of feel like, even though this game was not designed by Steve Ritchie, I kind of feel like that's how this game plays, is you're just sort of slapping the ball away with intention and seeing if you can hit the things you're supposed to hit. And you would think with that nice wide target in the center there that it would be easy to collect bonus, but as we've seen so far, that's not always the case. Just getting control enough to be able to aim your shot is difficult.
I heard y'all whispering that.
So here's Braden. Let's see how much he can add to his lead so far.
No, hit the spinner.
Would kind of for like a backhand at the spinner there. And it seems like most people will miss the spinner a little bit late on this game. And you could tell he's a little bit fired up about that drain. That feed right off of that spinner is pretty gnarly. And you really have to do something proactive to avoid that drain. You really need to bump one way or the other. And unfortunately, stakes are high right now. I don't think he's nervous, but he's you get a little more tense certainly when it's the state championship finals, and things happen quicker than you can react sometimes. But all these players are very much deserving to be there. Oh man, Ellis just is not getting a chance to play the last couple of balls. And you can see he's pretty frustrated, and yeah, he should be, perhaps. That is unfortunate, really. But just the way that it goes sometimes is really no fault of his. It's just the game is designed to be difficult, and sometimes it is. So this is Tim's final ball. He's sitting at just over 38,000, and he's going to miss his skill shot. He actually can do a little bit of bumping there, but you can tell he's not happy about doing that. And he does pick up a couple of bonus lights there. Oh, he actually gets the rollover once and might get it again here. That's big right there, because that's 6,000 points plus bonus. And if he can get a couple of collects here, he's right back in this thing. But you can see how fiery they come off those pop bumpers there, and it's pretty violent, because sometimes you don't even get a chance to react. That was quick. Speaking of reactions, that was good. He was pretty ready for that. You just have to be on the defense. He does pick up a bonus collect there, and then he kind of, not much you can do. You really don't want to tilt that out, especially when that firmly will put you into second place. So he is going to end his game with 66,100 points as Addison steps up with his final ball. I really like Addison's patriotic face mask there. Yeah, I like a good patriotic individual. So he's going to get his skill shot. And let's see what he's able to put together for his final ball. Just sort of trying to get control. The game is just sort of not letting you have it, and off the pop bumper, and that's all she wrote. So he will be in third place. He can do no better than third place at 42,000. So it will be up to Ellis to either come back and take any of the other positions. Braden will solidly put himself into first place after this ball, I would imagine. Even if he drains immediately, he's still got a significant lead in the way that this game is playing. He's picking up bonus and doing all the things that he needs to do. I don't think he'll be too aggressive here. You don't really want to tilt. There's not much stake, at tilting. At this point, it's only a couple thousand bonus, but you want to set the precedent for the rest of the round here. So this is a 4-3-2-1 scoring, I believe. We'll have to check that when it gets updated on the next game. I don't really remember because it was so long ago. Well, he's getting a couple of good spinner rips here. He needs to maybe get a couple of collects, and he could roll this thing. He's very close to it. Oh, that's going to be, yeah. So you can see pretty gingerly there. Certainly don't blame him. You want to get all the points you can get, and he's going to absolutely destroy the field with 88,000. But we're not quite finished yet because Ellis gets hit one more ball, and he has an opportunity. It can be done. That's a big ball. 50,000 points would be a big ball, but if you think about, you get your bonus all the way up and get 2 or 3 collects, and you're there. The hard part is just getting control enough to being able to do that. So he is able to get a trap here. This is rare. Let's see what he does with it. I think he should probably maybe go for the bonus collect here. See what he chooses to do. I think he was just really trying to go and get the ball into the upper part of the playfield there. There's not a whole lot of value in those targets over on the right side. You know, it's not something you would want to shoot for. Really, I'm not entirely sure. It's been a long time since I played this game, but it's not worth going for, really. The main idea is just to get your bonus collects. Oh, yeah, see, that he just got a little bit late. I think he wanted the spinner there. Oh, off the pop bumper again. Those things are evil. But he did bring himself into third place with just over 50. So Ellis will come in third. Braden will win the game with 4 points. So he'll get 4 points. Tim came in second, gets 2 points. Ellis and then Addison, you can see that on the left side of your screen. So it's 4-2-1-0 scoring. Which brings us to our second game, Bad Cats. This is a beautifully restored Bad Cats, which was done by one of our local players. And it is fast and snappy, and the flippers are pretty shallow, so it can be difficult to get a trap sometimes, but it plays great, and it's fast and fun. And really the point of this game is to shoot the left ramp, and then shoot it again, and then again, and then again, and then again. And once you shoot it, I think 3 times, you get 1,000,000 points per loop. So once you dial that shot in, you can win, you know, just by shooting the left ramp, and Tim's not happy with that. That just kind of gave him an awkward rattle there on the out lane, and he did his best to give it a little motion over there, and wasn't having it. But you'll see this, the players, all of them, employ the same strategy of shooting the left ramp, left ramp, left ramp. And on the third ball, what makes this game really exciting is that on the third ball, if you're able to shoot the ramp, I think it's 5 times in a row, you actually get a 30 million point, or maybe it's 20 million point bonus. So really, this is all practice until you get to the third ball. But this game is fairly easy to control. It bounces good. You probably won't see anything too unusual in terms of, ooh, well, got that side-to-side motion, and out it went. But you won't see anything unusual in terms of, like, quirks or anything. You know, flippers are strong, so it should be really, really ready to go for any and all tournaments. All right, so Braden is going to step up for his first ball. And there actually is a scenario here where if Braden wins this game, he is the champion. Because it's basically a race to 8 points. There's 3 games that are played, and the games were chosen at random, I believe. So I think, or maybe the winner got to choose. I'm really not sure, but he's going to end his ball, which is fine. Like I said, you know, the scoring on the first 2 balls isn't terribly important. The way that it can really help you, though, is if you basically have to plan on at least one of your competitors getting the 20 million bonus. So if you can pick up 5, 6, 7 million on your first 2 balls, then you have a chance of surpassing them with your 20 million point bonus, if that makes sense. So it helps you on the back end after you everybody's already gotten their 20 million. If you were the one to pick up 5 or 6 million, you should be the victor. But here's Ellis trying to do a post pass. It's not working for him. You got to hit it a little bit stronger. I think he's just going to bail on that. See if he can maybe do a ski pass and bump it over. I think that's what he wanted there, but it didn't quite give it to him. He's getting his meow, 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 meows here, and those, while they're, annoying and fun, not really going to get you where you need to be. He's just trying to figure out a way. There you go, to transfer it over. And here comes the loops. We'll see how many he's able to get. 1, 2, 100,000. I believe the next one's 500 and then 1,000,000. It's been so long since I've played pinball. I forget how to play all these games. But let's see if he can get the ball transferred over here. You can see him shaking his head. You really have to. There you go, slam it over. I'm surprised that didn't pop the sling. And that's gone. Yeah, that's trouble. Right off the top of that slingshot off the ramp there. That's never a good look. And he's not going to be too terribly unhappy with that. He did put himself into first place. So here comes Tim for his second ball. And he's sitting in second place right now for the tournament with 2 points. So he really wants to try to take the lead here and put himself in a good position to win. But at this point, what's nice about this setup is that any of these players can still win the tournament. Even though Addison got 0 points, he can still win the next 2 games and be the champion. So there's really never a reason to stop fighting here in this tournament. But here's Tim. For his second ball, he actually gets the skill shot, which is kind of difficult because you can't lane select it. I don't think he was really going for it. It's not worth a ton. That's always nice to see, though. Sets the tone for the rest of the ball. You can see him trying to get the post pass as well. You kind of have to really slam it against that. See, he gave it a good look there, but it's a little tricky. It is doable. This game isn't uncontrollable. I'm sure he'll take that one. But this game is really right up Tim's alley. Tim is very good at repeating actions on a game, looping shots, or exploiting the one rule that can be exploited. For example, he actually did an in-lane pass all the way up the in-lane, and then it hit the rubber on the right side and crossed all the way over the playfield and out the left side. So that's unfortunate for Tim. I'm sure he was not expecting that. I think what he wanted there was the ball to rattle, and that would be his transfer, but he actually shot it so good that it went up the in lane and out the other side. He hit it too cleanly. And here comes Addison for his second ball. He actually gets the skill shot as well. Good for a 2x bonus, which, isn't going to win you any games, but points is points. You never know. Certainly not going to lose you any. All right, let's see what he's got for us on his second ball. I think he's just looking for a way to transfer. I'm surprised he didn't go for a rolling post pass there. That's probably what I would have done. But really, he's just trying to get the ball on the right flipper. Let's see if he... Okay, there you go. Nice tip. There you go. I'm surprised that these guys are having... Oh, no. I think he wanted that slingshot to fire, and it just wasn't happening. But these guys are having some trouble with this game. I mean, usually you would see scores, I would say probably 3 million a ball until you get to your 20 million point third ball. But again, you want to get that practice time in on that ramp because each game has their quirks, and I don't think anybody was really warming up with this one, but you can see there's flipper hop on that left flipper where Braden's working that center ramp. Great decision there to bounce that over. He missed the shot a little bit early, but that's okay. All right, so now he can set himself up, do some loops. A little early on that one, too. Let's see how he chooses to work with that. Oh, right off the center post. Good read. That's trouble. Ooh, yeah, nice. Yep, great. Excellent work there in the out lane. So he set himself up. He collects his trash can, which is really not worth much of anything. I like this game. It's really quirky and fun, unique, but the scoring is pretty unbalanced, and he can't get it that time. The out lane gobbles him up, and let's see where he ends up. He is just barely into first place, but like I said, these are all really close scores. Just, if any of these guys rips that ramp a few times in the next ball, that's pretty much all she wrote. I mean, if they all do it, it's going to be really close. But if not, the one guy that does it, he's gonna get it. Here's Ellis again, having some more trouble with that post pass. He gets it that time, and then a little bit late. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. He was a little impatient, I thought, on the last one. It was still kind of moving around the pocket there. There you go. But you really want to make sure. Ooh, that was a little sketchy. I think he'd like to have that one back. I think he's kind of panic flipping there. There you go. There you go. Nice. Yeah, good bump there. He's having trouble finding that ramp. It is a little bit tougher than it looks because it's so far away. But he is able to get 2 in a row there, so let's see if he can go all the way. There's 3, 200,000. The next one's $1 million. Doesn't quite. Oh, he actually got. Okay. Oh, okay. I thought he had gotten trouble, credit for it, but he doesn't. There's 2. Oh. But at least he's the first one to be able to actually show some progress there on the loops, really. And show a little bit of control. Still having some trouble with that post pass. At some point, you got to give it a little more oomph. There you go. He gets it that time. There's 1. And misses the second one a little bit late. This is going to be trouble. Yep, it's kind of getting a little wacky on him. Finds an in lane. And then flips it into the out lane. No! Oh, man. What a bummer. Still a good ball. That puts him solidly into first place. So we'll see if he's able to get his 20,000 on the next ball and where that puts him. I mean, 20 million, excuse me. So Tim will step up for his final ball. And this is where Tim typically does well in these pressure situations. All these guys have really been in this situation before, tournament, finals and things of that nature, where the nerves are a little bit tighter than they normally would be. But Tim certainly, more than others, I feel like he's always in the finals at all of our tournaments. So at one point, I'm not sure what his FPA ranking is now, but at one point it was really up there, like 150 or something like that. He's been to Louisville and done well in other tournaments. All right, there's 2 ramps. He needs just a little bit early there. So the object is to get 5 ramps on this ball. There's 1. Oh, a little late there. Oh, great catch. Nice live catch there. He's probably going to do a post pass right there. Good control. And then loop. A little bit late. I think he probably could have let that ball settle for a moment. Off the center post and into the in lane. Oh, man. He's pulling out all the tricks. There's 1. Oh, no! Oh, man. How unfortunate. He actually hit that ramp, and then it moonwalked from the in lane to the out lane off of the drop there. Man, I'd be pretty frustrated if I was him. So it puts him, I think, in the first place for right now, actually second place. But the thing is, as soon as one of these guys gets their 20 million, he's going to be out of luck, unfortunately. And it's bound to happen. I mean, rarely does a game go by where somebody doesn't get their third ball bonus. But that keeps things interesting. It keeps it intense. But let's see if Addison can do it. Remember, it's just 5 left ramps, and there you go. You get 20 million points, which seems a little unfair because, well, perhaps it is. But that's just part of the game. You have to be able to do the thing, and the thing is to hit your ramps. So he's got 1 there, a little late. That seems to be the trend, is hit 1 and then be late on the second one. Yep, a little late there as well. No, he did not find the ramp. He found the out lane. Let's see where he ends up. I think that's actually going to be less than Tim, so he may be in last place right now. It gives you a spin bonus after your third ball, which is usually not worth much of anything at all. Woohoo, 250,000. So he's not in last place currently. Braden is. But again, it's anybody's game. Let's see if Braden can get his 20 million point bonus. That's the thing. If you do that, I mean, you want to talk about a submarine ball coming from the deep, coming from last place, and then getting 20 million points. That would feel pretty good. So here's Braden. No, wow, nice little. That was a little sketchy there with the flippers, but he made it work and catches a power in lane. And let's see, a little early on the ramp. It's getting out of control here. I think he just wants to get a little stoppage here. There you go, take a breath. Oh, nice little kind of a rolling back tap post pass there. You can tell he's feeling it because he's not even waiting for the ball to settle in the pocket before making those transfers. That's two. Little early there. See, that's a good sign probably because he's been early where others have been late, which means he can make that adjustment more easily. You know, it's kind of like fixing a slice in your golf game. It's easier to fix a hook. It's easier to fix an early shot than it is to fix a late shot. You just have to tell yourself to wait just a fraction of an inch or a fraction of a second longer. So there's one here. You do have to be careful with that moonwalk that Tim got, which is something you wouldn't normally expect. And he gets a nice rattle over there and still maintains control. I can tell he's playing fast. He's playing like he's in rhythm because he's not waiting for the ball to settle. There's two ramps, and just missed again, early again. I'll tell you one thing though, he's doing a good job of controlling the ball. He's not flailing. He is actually in first place as of right now through the ramps that he is picking up. Nice little flick. Yep, that was a good decision there. Got to be careful for them not to the slings not to walk the ball out there, but he's able to get control. He's probably going to make a transfer after taking a breath. Little late. Ooh, sketchy in the out lane there. Let it settle. Transfer it over. There's 1, 2, 3. Oh, no! Just a little bit late. Oh, let's see if he can get it going again. I tell you, he's put together a lot of ramps, but they haven't been tied together. And this is definitely, without question, the longest ball that any of the players have had so far for this game, which is probably a good sign. You can tell he's frustrated because normally, if you have this many tries at it, you've already gotten the 20 million. Usually it's a do or either you do or you don't. You feel it or you don't. Oh, and he gets an out lane. So now it comes down to whether or not Ellis can get his 20 million. And in fact, actually, he may not even need it because these scores are definitely within reach. Braden's sitting there at just over 4.2. So he's looking at a couple million here, which can be done really without hitting the... there are some other things in the game. You have the trash cans that build up, and there are ways to get 2 million points in this game without hitting the jackpot, but it is more difficult to do it that way. We'll just see what he's got. He actually does collect his fishbone, which is the second trash can award, and 250,000 points already. So he's a tenth of the way there. Nice little jiggle in the out lane. Oh gosh. Oh, no, he actually bumped that out. And that's going to do it, folks. With the win for the Alabama State Championship, your champion is Braden Gentry. He won the first 2 games and is your champion. So congratulations to Braden. I'm glad it was Braden because now he has a championship on film that I did not lose. I I owe it to him to get this out there for everyone to see because he played well all day and he absolutely deserved it. And it's a good thing for him to be able to go back and check it out. So congratulations, Braden. Very much well deserved. Played great all year. Actually, he won a couple of tournaments, I believe. I don't know off the top of my head, but I remember seeing him in the finals quite a bit. And now you're thinking to yourself, well, Alex, why would I stick around and watch Transformers now that I know who won? And the answer is this. This game contains one of the finest games competitively of Transformers that I have ever seen. And to preface that, I'll say that this is one of the meanest, most brutal, toughest, fastest, I think it was just waxed right before this tournament, Transformers is out there. I mean, this thing is brutal. And one of the players absolutely just takes it to the courthouse and just whoops it. I'm telling you what. So, get ready for that. Because Tim just finished his first ball. Actually, Tim really does like this game. I do not. This is not a game that I play very often. And, in fact, I try to avoid it as much as possible. And it's been about 8 months since I have played it. So, I'm going to try to walk you through this as best I can. Try to explain what they're doing while they're doing it as far as it comes to my knowledge. So here comes Addison. Catches a nice little in lane there. Looks like he's going to go for locking Megatron multi-balls. Actually, maybe he's going for the left ramp. You have to hit a shot so many times before you can start a mode. So he's got 2 more shots for mode start. Any of the purple flashy ones. 1 more for mode start, and then you can actually select by making a certain shot which mode you select. So I don't think he really wanted to start that, but it was kind of a, a panic flip or what. Not panicky really, but just a fly it away kind of situation to where you don't get yourself into trouble with a strange bounce. So he's in the shockwave mode where he has to shoot 11 shots. This game is very grindy. There's not that double super secret jackpot that's going to win you the game. You have to sit there and chunk away at the points as he locks his 4th Megatron multi-ball. So he's going to bring that into his mode. And Megatron multi-ball, you want to pick off jackpots until they disappear. The lights will go out. The orange lights, you'll see them turn off, at which point you have to re-hit the Megatron shot in the center, and it'll relight them. So it's still flashing. I think it gives you like maybe 20 seconds or so. It could be actually less than that, 10 seconds, something like that. So he has already passed Tim. Gets an add a ball for his multi-ball, so he'll get ball save relit for a few seconds. And you're thinking to yourself, okay, well, what's a good score on this Transformers? On this Transformers, because it's so difficult, I would put a good score in the 15 million point range, which, for these guys isn't really outstanding, you would think, but this game just plays so nasty and tough. So he's out of multi-ball. I think he's also out of his mode as well. And he is at 5.3 million. I think he's just picking off. He's got 1 more for mode start. Just trying to get a little control here. Nice little wiggle. I think he's really trying to get a catch there with these. And it's just kind of flying away. It's just there are Titan rubbers on there that aren't gripping the ball, like you would expect, like a normal slap save, or what's the term I'm looking for? Slap. Anyway, to stop the ball in the flipper. He gets an air ball there, and he's got a couple things going on here. He's in blackout mode, which he has to shoot 10 shots for. And then also he's working towards Optimus Prime multi-ball up the center there where he just shot. So let's see what he's probably going to take one of those. He actually went for the Optimus shot there. I think he's trying to bring that multi-ball into his mode. Yep, and you have to hit that Optimus toy hard enough for it to register, which can be difficult sometimes because if you miss that opening, it doesn't hit quite, just like that. He hit the opening of it, but it didn't quite hit hard enough to register the shot. So he needs that shot for both the mode and the multi-ball, just a little bit late there, and he gets it that time. So that's going to start his multi-ball. It's also going to have his mode in it. He's sitting at 13.9, which is already an excellent ball. A killer ball for this game. He should get that back, actually. That was, yeah. So he's in multi-ball and mode here. Chunking away. And let's see what kind of jackpots he can. He actually has a multiplier lit as well. So he looks like he hasn't registered it yet, but he I don't know if he wanted to do that, but he just multiplied his left orbit. Catches another in lane. And I think by now you can tell which of the players I was talking about has a killer game on this Transformers. Because right now, he's already surpassed what I would say is a really good game on this ball. So now he's kind of back to the grind. Back to picking off mode shots. I think he actually went for the Megatron lock there. There's a stand-up target right there that you have to knock down for the second time around, but that is going to end the ball. And with bonus, he's going to be over 21 million on his first ball, which is absolutely incredible. 21.5 million.
10 billion, you ready?
And up comes Braden, wasting 0 time. So that's got to be tough, right, to cut up there and follow that ordinarily. But for Braden, it really doesn't matter because he's already won the tournament. They are duking it out for second place. Addison can be tied for second place if he wins. He will be tied with, well, actually, no, he'll be tied for third with whoever gets 1 point between Tim and Ellis, potentially. Unless, of course, Braden gets the 1 point. So there are some situations here where we could have a playoff. As we see Braden lose his ball, I don't think he's really too upset about that. This is a victory lap for him. He is simply enjoying himself. And here comes Ellis, who has played consistently all day and always a good guy to be around. He likes to throw those headphones on, and he gets really into it. And there's an example of just how nasty this thing can be. And there's me moving the camera. Wait for the camera. Hello. All right. So up comes Tim for a second ball. And we'll see what he can do for us. I think Tim was really hoping for a win. When he comes into a tournament like this, especially like a state championship, something big, he wants a win. So I'm sure he would be happy with second place, of course. But, you know, it's a little bit different when you're not playing for the championship anymore. But he knows this game really well. I know for sure they have had one in the past at home. I don't know if they currently have one. I don't think they do. But certainly they've owned this in the past, so he knows the rules left and right on it. I do not, because I don't really care for this game. And that game doesn't really care for Tim, because it just kind of gave him a bad bounce there. And you can tell he's just sort of dejected. You would want him to, he would want to be at least caught up with Addison at this point. Which is tough. I mean, you know, it's especially when you expect like these guys to get up there and walk up there and put 15 million on this thing without any issues. But when you get unfair bounces like that, the slings are so tight, the out lanes are so wide, you know, you feel like you're not in control of the game, which is unusual for players of this level. If you've gotten to the finals in this tournament, you have beaten out some very good players, and it's clear from what we've seen here today that all these guys possess quite a lot of control with their pinball skills. So to get up to a game and to feel like you don't have that in that moment, it's frustrating. But it's not really your fault. It's just the setup of the game. and how things roll sometimes. But looks like Addison just picked up an extra ball. I think that was worth $5 million. I don't. Yeah, it's extra balls are turned off, so he won't be able to play it. But that's why his score went from 21 to 27 so quickly. 28 now. But he is just finished his Starscream mode, but he's in looks like several modes right now. And let's see here. May still be working towards his Megatron. He gets another ball lock for his Megatron. Fighting back a little bit. Look at how fast those slingshots are. I'm telling you, and they're so sensitive. I mean, I was playing this. It wasn't earlier that day, but it was at a different tournament where I had a ball run up the slingshot, and it didn't even bounce. It just pressed against the slingshot, and as it was rolling up. And I'm telling you, it fired it so fast out of the outlane, I blinked and missed the whole thing. But that's part of the frustration with this game. So he's back in Megatron Multiball, picking off some targets. Actually, this might be Optimus Prime Multiball. Yeah, I believe this is Optimus. No, it's Megatron Multiball. Yeah, Megatron Multiball. He's picking off jackpots. And you can tell he's really feeling this game. And that's the thing about this game is that either you're in line with the shots or you're not. And a lot of them, because they're so fast, you don't have time to react from misses. So it's just absolutely brutal. But absolutely no problem for Addison today, as he's crushing it. I mean, he could drain right now and feel comfortable about winning, I would think. Obviously, he doesn't want to do that. But he's so far apart from everybody else, he's just leaving them in the dust. So 2 more to start Optimus Multiball there. And he is playing for second place. Because if he wins here, there is a chance that he does get second place outright. There's a scenario in which that can happen. I think. I don't know. The math is hard, but anyway, it's nice to see Addison get a game here where he can really showcase his skill. Because here's the thing. I mean, he can do this anytime on any game, and he's deserving of having some good screen time here. Just gonna let that settle down a little bit. Maybe do a little under-over. I think that's what he was trying to do. Oh, see, another shot to the Optimus didn't register. It's a bummer. Yeah, another one. Well, I think that one actually did. He flung it, but that's the end of the multi-ball. And Addison is now over 40 million points on this Optimus, on this Transformers. Very impressive. And you can just see it in his face. He is totally zoned in. So let's see what he can do. I mean, the whole left side of the board is lit up, but I think in order to get to the wizard modes, you have to complete all those modes. I think there are 3 wizard modes. One if you complete the Autobots on the right side. One if you complete the Decepticons on the left side. And then another one if you do them all. But you have to complete them all, so it's very difficult and grueling pinball game. So let's see what his strategy is here. I think he's in another mode right now, and he's picking off mode shots. I don't know if he's going for Optimus again, or if he's just picking off mode shots. Yeah, that was a shot to the right ramp, which he missed a little bit late. He may try to backhand it here. No, he just went for the transfer. Look how fast that transfer was. I mean, anything you do on this game. It was a little early that time. It's like amplified ×2 with the speed. Let's see if he gets it here. A little early again. That is a multiplied shot, so I'm sure he'd like to get that. It's probably worth... that's really where the points are in this game, is mixing your multi-ball with your modes and hitting your multiplied shots. So ordinarily that would have been a 150,000 point shot, but the multiplier moved it up to 30. And he's just slowly sort of chunking away. You know, this game rewards long ball times because that's the only way that you can really get a big score is to be able to keep the ball in play. Nice little flick away there. He should be able to bounce this. Okay, he's just going to cradle on the left side, go for that. Okay, I'm surprised he didn't go for the Optimus shot there. Actually rattles that one home. 2 more to start mode. 1 more after this. See which mode he decides to take here. May not have a choice. May just kind of flail into one. He's going for the right ramp, which is Ironhide. I like this mode. This is, you know, I don't love this game, but there are parts of it that I do like. I like how the modes are challenging. They're long. I mean, this is like a 60-second mode, something like that. I guess that is the challenge of the game is how long do you want to stand there and play pinball? Which can be fun, I guess. I just, the shots on this game tend to not agree with me. So he gets another lock for his next or third Megatron multi-ball. And at this point, because he's already had 2 Megatron multi-balls, he has to shoot the drop target in front of the lock shot twice before it permanently stays down to lock a ball. So it's like 3 shots per lock, so 12 total to lock 4 balls for your next multi-ball. So he's got his shots all lit up here. He's 4 more shots away from Optimus Prime multi-ball. Doubled his scoring there on the Bumblebee shot for 15 seconds, something like that. So you really want to try to take advantage of that. He's up to almost 50 million points on this. And the ball times are just crazy. Keeping in mind, he actually did earn an extra ball that he can't play. So this is just bonkers. I'm not sure if he knows he's got double scoring lit, but I don't think he's hit anything since he started it. So he's got 12 seconds, so it's probably 30 seconds on the double scoring. 8 seconds left. He really wanted to not waste any time. Again, he shoots Optimus without any registration on it. See if he can get one at the last second. He does. So 3 more to start. So you can actually get a 4x shot if you start your, that was a 4x shot because it was, he has the 2x multiplier lit, and he also had double scoring running. What would have been nice is if he would have started that after he started multi-ball. I'm not sure if you can actually do that. Like I said, I'm not that familiar with the rules. It may lock you out of that once you start multi-ball, but if you start it and then immediately start multi-ball, that would definitely work. So he's got 1 more for mode start. Just 1 more of the purple flashy shots. And 3 more to start Optimus on the toy in the center there. Nice job stopping the momentum of the ball right there for a trap. He's just totally dialed in. I mean, when you're feeling it, you're feeling it. I think he's got Megatron lock lit now. That counted on Optimus. 2 more to start multi-ball there. Oh, no. And finally, after what seems like years, he gets drained down the center. But I'm telling you, that was really something else. 55 million after 2 balls. That's like 5 or 6 games worth if I were playing it. But wow, very impressive. And again, here comes Braden for his second ball. Again, not wasting any time. He's kind of he's done all the intense hard work. Now he just gets to have fun. But that's always a good feeling, is when you know you got it in the bag, and you know he played well. Definitely earned it. Alabama may not be a large state in terms of amount of players, but we are small and mighty. We have some surprisingly great players. I think if we had more guys going up to bigger tournaments, like, you know, Pinfest or whatever, or Pinburg, which I guess isn't around anymore. Indisk. Tim went to Indisk last year, a couple years ago. You know, if we had more big tournaments in our area, I think you'd see a lot of our guys way further up the rankings. We just don't. We're so far away from a lot of those that we really just don't get those whopper points like some of those guys in New York and LA, you know, where they just have more players. And that's going to be it for Braden's ball, which, you know, I'm sure he isn't too upset about. And we'll see if Ellis actually gets to play this time, because he got kind of screwed on that first ball. Just as soon as he plunged, it was gone. And no ball save on this to add to the difficulty. And, well, we'll see, actually, if it, see, it's already gone by the time it comes out of the thing. But we'll see if he gets an opportunity to play it. You really have to kind of be aggressive with this game, which, I mean, the tilt was fair. It wasn't impossible. So I feel like the more you move this game, the more control you can have over it. It's just kind of a scary proposition, because, you know, as soon as you can do it too far, that's it. It looks like he's working towards his Megatron. Got 2 balls locked for that so far. And he's kind of doing, he's giving it a little bit more bump than I think he normally would. But there's no doubt about it. There will be a time when Ellis has his day. He is a talented player. He beat out, oh man, see, that's exactly what happened to me with the sling out lane when I was playing this. But yeah, that's awful. Just, it was no chance of saving that. But yeah, Ellis is very talented and loves to play. You know, he comes up and seems like he wins half of our tournaments, our monthlies that we have. And, you know, we always like having our Auburn guys come hang out with us. But these guys, there's Rick. He's the guy who restored the bad cats that you saw earlier. And he's done lots of restorations recently. He did a EM Matahari, one of 28 known to exist. And it's gorgeous. Maybe we'll get that on stream one day. But here comes Tim. He needs about 50 million. A cool and casual 50 million to get in first place here and solidify second place. I think he could do it. I've seen him do crazy stuff before. And unfortunately, this is not the time for that. So he's going to end at about 7 million, which I'm sure, you know, if you asked him about it, he wouldn't be too thrilled with. But make no mistake, it could have just as easily been him with the 55 million. And let's see what Addison can do. He's probably at this point, look at that. A little bit of ball save action. At this point, he's just about, I'm surprised he actually got that ball save. Maybe it was because the game said, you know what? Here's one more break. You got some power in lanes, why not a ball save? But he's about run this game out of points, I'd imagine. Might want to go looking in the back box later and see if it needs a refill. Because 60 million is something special. Still having trouble getting that Optimus to register. He's, I think, actually got 2 multi-balls ready. I know Optimus is ready. And I think Megatron is also ready. 2 more for mode start, so that's what he's going to try to do first. And he's going to get it. Oh, he's trying to get his Starscream hurry up as well, which is annoying because that thing in the back moves and you don't get your points unless you hit the target all the way in the back. This is an LE version of the game. Alright, so there goes Optimus. I don't think he actually has any modes running. Maybe he does. I honestly can't tell. Looks like maybe. Got to add a ball. It's going to extend his ball saver. And there's Optimus. So now his jackpots are lit. And he's also got a multiplier lit, which he just collected on his left orbit. I don't know if he wanted to do that on purpose, if he did that on purpose or not. That's not a terrible shot. It's not the best one you want to put it on, but I would have tried for the left ramp. Any of the wide, easy shots are where you want your multipliers. So he's doing the 2-ball shuffle here. Nice backhand. Yeah, that's a good shot. That lights up the rest of his jackpots. This is a multi-ball where as you collect jackpots, they disappear, like that one there. So now he wants to shoot any of the other orange flashing shots except for the one that you just made, because it's no longer available for a jackpot. And then it resets once you've got them all, which I think is cool. I like that. And at some point, there's a super available. I'm not entirely sure when that is. It's maybe after you hit a certain amount of jackpots that super becomes available. Nice control. So it looks like it's available now, actually, on the Optimus Prime shot. Oh man, that was a nice jailbreak there to save that ball, and then kind of got a little bit of a unfortunate bounce there. So it never gets his super, but another nice save. Yeah, he's jiving, man. He is feeling it. And let's see, he's got to be close to... Did he already spin his Megatron? I feel like he's got to be pretty close to doing that again. 3 more for mode shots. He's back to the grind. The up and down of this game is just picking off shots. He's got his multiplier lit again, which I think you get from a certain amount of shots. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what the rules are for that, but let's see where he decides to put it. He puts it on the right ramp, which is good because he's been hitting that shot pretty consistently the last few minutes. And it is backhandable. Yeah, see, there's his Megatron. I don't think he brought in a mode with that, though, which would have really sent him over the top. But the way he's playing, he doesn't need it. Plus, I mean, he's at 70 million. What's he got to lose? Oh, he got kind of screwed there. That rattled out of that left scoop shot there. He drilled it, and he actually hit it a little too flush. So now he's got to hit the center shot there. And let's see, he's having a little trouble juggling. There went a double jackpot, $1 million points there, million, another million. You want to loop that as much as you can. I think he would like some control here. He can actually hold that left flipper up like that and get that ball back. And no, that actually bounced out of there. But wow, I think you would have liked a little bit more out of that, but how can you complain when you're sitting at 73 million? You can't. But this is really something special that Addison's putting together here. Really, really, really kind of a neat thing to see. I mean, especially to do it in competition. Now, if this were game 1, I think he'd have the other competitors running for the hills. But as it is, he's trying to play himself into second place. And let's see where he is here. Is it 76 in Ironhide scoring, but he's in the Starscream mode. Starscream, I think, is just... Well, I think he just finished it, actually. Yep, he did. But I think that's a mode where you just have 2 shots that are lit side by side. So he's got 3 more modes to complete if he wants to get to the Decepticon Wizard mode, which I'm pretty sure is a thing that exists. I don't know for sure, though, because I've never played the game that far. Let's see. He's probably just going to go back to picking off shots and seeing if he can get back into another mode. The crummy thing is that if you light your modes and then you start flailing around and accidentally hit something, you could start a mode you didn't want to start. But he's almost at 80 million. One more for mode start. He went for the left ramp there and missed it a little bit late. Gets it that time. So he'll start his mode. Blackout battle. Just basically pick off the, it looks like the orbits here, and then it'll probably move to something else. Oh, just getting into those slingshots. Got to be careful. This feed has been pretty good. Off the left scoop there. So it's just shoot 4 shots. There you go. There's one. He's just trying to complete his modes and seeing what he can do to this thing, you know. I would think he's got to be, oh, there it goes. At 80 million, that's got to be grand champion territory on this thing for sure. Because that was really, really something. That's not something every day that you see on this game. And here's Braden for his final victory lap, your 2020 Alabama Pinball State Champion. And he's going to give it a half-hearted effort, give us a show, see what he can do for us. Although he has already impressed us with his win, so there is no need to do so.
Oh, get in there.
But he gets into Megatron multi-ball.
Oh,
And
get it in there.
I don't think he's got a mode. Lights his multipliers and puts it on the left orbit. I don't think that was on purpose. It just sort of happened that way. Doing a little juggling. And picks up, I think he picked up an Adaball. Because his ball save came back on, so. And he's just, let's see what he's doing here, you know, he just, it's hard to be motivated after you've already won, you know, and it's been a long day. I think we started playing at like 10 o'clock or earlier, 9:30, something like that. And plus sides, they had to drive up from Auburn, which to Birmingham is probably an hour and a half away from where we were playing. So that adds to your day. And now you're past dinner time. It's probably 7:30. You're tired. Let's see if I'm surprised he's still playing. I thought maybe for a second there he was considering just dumping it. But he does have an effect on his score, does affect the other players. Because it's 4-2-1-0 scoring. So if he comes in second place here, that would put him at 10 points, and then Addison will be clearly in first. So that may set us up for there's a situation here where we could have a tiebreaker for third place with Addison, and whoever gets the single point between Tim and Ellis. But there's also situations where we don't have that. So anyway. All right, your champion gets just under 10 million, 9.8. And finally, we have Ellis for the final ball of the tournament. This will be all she wrote. And let's see what he can put together, because he still has a chance. Oh, well, you know, he has a chance, a small chance, at second place if he comes back and beats Addison here. That would be extremely unlikely, given the difficulty of the setup here, but not impossible. You know, he's certainly got the skills to do it, but boy, to make a comeback like that, you really got to be on your game. You got to be in the right place mentally. You can see he's a little frustrated just losing that ball on the multi-ball start there. Doing some nice juggling there, picking off jackpots. They'll be lit for a few seconds here, and then they will disappear, all of them, like just like that. So you may try to separate here. Loses one in the process. That's going to hit the slings for sure. I think he wanted a catch there and just flung it out of the way. All right, so cradle separate here. Actually, he separated it right into the out lane. That's not where he wanted to go, but yeah, that's a difficult maneuver because the flippers are real tight. He's on double danger now, so he's not in the best place. Just he didn't get much out of his multi-ball and wasn't able to relight his jackpots, so he's sitting at $4.5 million right now. And struggling to kind of find the shots here, but he does locks another ball. I think, maybe what he should do is try to start a mode and bring in his Optimus Prime. That's what I would try to do. Nice catch there, nice live catch. That was the term I couldn't find earlier, live catch. Probably go for the left ramp here. Oh, see, that's a dangerous miss, though. I think if it were me, I probably would have gone for the right ramp, the backhand. You have a little more time to make adjustments, and if you miss, you have more time to react. The shot itself is a little bit slower because it's a backhand shot. But he's able to get them both. He's in, looks like, Ironhide mode or Megatron mode. There's a Megatron multi-ball. Nope, he's in Ironhide mode. Yeah, the top two are multi-balls on the lights in the center of the playfield there. So he shot for Optimus there, and it didn't register, but he has put himself almost into second place. In fact, with bonus, he only needs a shot or two. Now he really only needs one shot. That ought to do it right there. That's put him into second place. So he will get second place for the tournament with, let's see, Braden will come in. So let's see. Well, I'm trying to do some math here. Anyway, Braden's your champion. Ellis, I believe, gets second place, and then Addison, with his win here, will come in third place with 4 points, and then Tim will get fourth place in the tournament, which is still really good. I mean, this tournament started with 16 players, as we see Addison end his ball and the tournament. But of the 16 players, these were your remaining 4, and what a great show they put on today. Addison is indeed the grand champion in a competitive game on this very hard, very difficult, very mean Transformers. So congratulations to Addison for that. Very well deserved. Excellent that he was able to get that on camera. And we're going to tally up the scores here and make the announcements. You see Frank there, he's our tournament director, and I'll let him take it away for the announcements.
All right, finals are done. Let's wrap this up and call it a year. Fourth place, Tim Street.
You're on camera.
You're on candid camera.
Third place, Addison Mounts.
Give us a smile for the
Daniel
camera.
Bryan.
Give us a smile.
For the camera.
Woo!
Can't smile with the mask.
Yeah.
Back
up,
Terry.
Come on in.
Second place, Ellis Mounts.
Any killer Metallica trophy. It's probably my favorite.
Even though second, I think it was. Yeah, another bang.
Big money. All right. You good.
Yeah. And our winner, Braden Gentry.
All right.
Boom. Good job, Brayden. Ultimate Tron trophy.
That's right. Congratulations.
Look at that bad.
The money and the prize.
Good job, Brayden. That is it. It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Time for 20.
With a hip.
Is it a wrap?
Don't even try, Frank.
Bang, bang, boogie, jump the bang. Wrong wrap.
Don't tore it up.
Move it, Ron Cruz.